Hey, what's up guys, it's me Con TV here, and today we will be ranking Chainsawman arcs in a tier list. So there are 8 Chainsawman arcs and I thought this would be a fun thing to do, I don't know why. And these are just my opinions, so I thought I should just say that before we start the video. And I thought, we can just go by the order of the arcs from intro to the Control Devil arc. By the way, these arcs, the list for the arcs, I got it from the Chainsawman wiki, so if I'm not right, you can go blame them. But anyways, we'll be talking about each arc from Chainsawman, from the intro arc last till the Control Devil arc. Not a single arc in Chainsawman deserves to be in C or D tier is what I think, but just for the sake of this video, let's just consider that D is not very bad. Alright, so the S tier indicates a very legendary arc, A tier is a very good arc, B tier is, a regular Chainsawman arc, and C and D is where my opinion comes in, saying that it's not my preferred arc, but it's still a Chainsawman arc, if you get what I mean, right? I mean, not a single one of these 8 arcs is necessarily bad. I love every single one of these arcs, but it'll be very good, very fun to see where I rank each, and I don't even know what my own taste when it comes to these arcs, so it'll be fun for us to see where I stand when it comes to ranking arcs. Anyways, I made a small tier list here with all the rankings. I'll leave a link down in the description if you want to make your own tier list, maybe, I don't know. So anyways, let's just actually start the video and start ranking these arcs. So at number 1, we have the intro arc. Now intro arc, according to the wiki, intro arc has like 4 chapters, that is from the introduction of Denji and Pochita to the introduction of Power. So basically in this arc we're getting introduced to all our main characters like Makima, Aki Ayakawa, Pochita, Denji and Power. Now so Pochita and Denji's introduction is quite simple, but it's quite badass if you ask me, Denji's introduction was listing all the organs he had to sell to survive. Aki's introduction was kind of out of nowhere, so I don't really know about that. Makima's introduction was quite good at the end of the fight with the Chainsawman and zombies. But Power's entrance or introduction, shall I say, was amazing. I don't know why, but it was. So for an intro arc, I don't see it getting better than that, because if I'm correct, the first episode for Chainsawman anime will be covering the first entire chapter of Chainsawman manga, right? And in the first manga we had like around 40 to 50 pages. That's quite a lot for a weekly series, right? But the first chapter for Chainsawman was simply mind-blowingly amazing. Like it was quite simple, human merging with the devil, sort of a contract deal. It was quite simple, but just the art and just the concept of a guy who has not known anything about love or a family or social life or anything like that, him leading a normal life in this manga, that's the first chapter just impressed me. So let's just rank it real quick. I'll leave the first chapter at, let's say, A tier, because it was just 4 chapters, right? It was just 4 chapters introducing us to all the crazy main characters we have. So I'll just put it on the category for A tier. So we can't say it's legendary, but I would argue that it's just 4 chapters, so we cannot, I'll argue with that. But I think A, or let's say a bit, high A, low S would be good, or just A. Yeah, I'll go with A for that. Right. So next, we have the second arc for Chainsawman, which is the Bat Devil arc. So I personally think, that the Bat Devil arc, even if we can consider this as an arc, apparently we can, thanks to Chainsawman wiki, I think that Bat Devil arc is one of my least favorite Chainsawman arcs. I mean, it might be an unpopular opinion, but I think it is for me. So apparently we had quite a lot of chapters in the Bat Devil arc. We had the introduction of Kon, Chainsawman versus Bat Devil obviously, and the backstory of Power, and also the legendary scene where Denji touches gold, as for what I can say. But the Bat Devil arc, I liked where this is where we started seeing Denji and Power's chemistry began. as a brother and sister, or whatever you consider them to be. And it wasn't really much. It was just in starting, Denji just getting what he wants from Power. They make a deal. They go to the hut where the bad devil resides, go there and make a deal, but Power betrays Denji. And the moment Power betrayed Denji, as far as I can remember reading it, I was like, oh my god, she's a bitch. But obviously, she wasn't, luckily. And I think the fight was cool. The fight between the Leech Devil and Chainsawman, and also with the Bad Devil, amazing. And one of the best scenes in the Bad Devil arc was, Aki's summoning of Kon. That was one of the best scenes. That scene was so good that when I saw it, I was like, oh my god. I could just imagine the anime doing this scene, and people going crazy watching it. Like, I could imagine that happening. But overall, I would say that the Bad Devil arc wasn't the best Chainsaw could offer at then, but then again, it isn't the worst. It's not like I hate the arc. It's just that it's, compared to the gold mine we have in front of us, it's just not it. So I would put the Bad Devil arc in, let's say, I have to do this, right? I'll just, I don't want any hate, but I'm going to put this at C. That's what I feel like. The Bad Devil arc is amazing. No, don't get me wrong. The fight, between Denji and the devils, that was the first time we actually see, Denji go Chainsawman mode and fight devils officially, as a public safety devil hunter, and Aki coming up with his team, pulling up with Kobini and Himeno and that other guy, I forgot his name. And that was really a cool scene. And other than that, plot-wise, we had Power's backstory. That was cool too. Okay, I think we are good with C tier. Right. Coming up next is Enternity Devil. Now, I don't know about you guys, but Enternity Devil, I guess this arc is where I started getting hooked on Chainsaw Man. Because the concept of being in a loop, in a time loop, space loop, on a hotel, with people wearing suits, it was kind of a sci-fi-esque, like Men in Black kind of situation, and bringing that to manga and putting Denji in it and Power. Denji and Power's chemistry in the Enternity Devil arc is amazing. It starts getting better every single arc, and it starts right here in the Enternity Devil arc. I really like that, and nothing much to say about the Enternity arc, because this is the arc where Denji proved himself not only to Aki but also the other members of the public safety devil hunters. And Power being the best girl, obviously, it starts, everything starts here. The chemistry between Aki and Denji also starts improving here. Also, not just that, we also get the introduction of the Gun Devil and Aki's past, I believe, how Aki wants to murder the Gun Devil, I believe. And also we get the best, if I say so myself, the best scene in Chainsaw Man. Himeno and Denji's kiss. I know. That's the best Chainsaw Man can get. But even with that scene, I think the Enternity Devil arc will go A tier. Not even A tier. Let's say I'll just put it, look, every single Chainsaw Man arc is gold. I'm just sorting these tier lists by the basis of how good Chainsaw Man is and how good the arcs are compared to it, I don't know if you get what I mean, but yeah. I'll put it in, let's say, high B and a low A. Yeah, there we go. Just gonna put it in the between. Just like that, and there we go. That is my ranking for Enternity Devil Arc. Amazing arc, not gonna lie. But yeah, I think, we are good. Okay, next, Katana Devil Arc. This arc is the first arc I believe that we actually get a solid antagonist for the arc, We get the Katana Devil Arc, who is simply amazing, one of my favorite characters. His design, his character that was simply fabulous from Fujimoto, not gonna lie. His partner, so basically we get here an organization of the Yakuza, I believe. The Katana Devil is obviously the grandson of the Yakuza that was, in charge of Denji back in the chapter 1, I guess. And the story connecting back, to Denji's past, and then how it affects his current life, All those aspects of the storytelling in Katana Devil Arc was simply amazing, and I think that it really pushed the plot of Denji, forward. I feel like, at least. And we had quite a lot of chapters in this. This was also the arc where we see Makima exhibit her power for the first time in the manga, if I'm correct. That's the first time she goes to Kyoto with Tendo and, tells them to blindfold themselves, basically, get the prisoners who are on death sentence, get them to her, and she does this crazy hand sign, some jutsu, and boom, people start dying one after the other. And that's the exact same arc when she goes to Yakuza and offers them eyes of their relatives and family in exchange for the names. Like, we see Makima in action. She gets shot in the first chapter of the arc, and she goes and does all this badass shit, and dang, seeing Makima in action then is amazing. And so far as for Denji, this is quite a big arc, because if you see, in this arc is where Himeno died, and Himeno dying gave a lot of pressure for Aki, and it was very sad to see Aki down. But also, this is where we start seeing Denji question himself. Is he a normal human? Because he doesn't feel anything for Himeno dying, and he asks himself about what would he do if Power or Aki or Makima died, right? And the answer he came up with is nothing, because his heart is now a devil heart. That's what he believed, at least. So the arc of Katana Devil, it really pushed forward a lot of personality development, character growth for a lot of different characters in Chainsawman. And it really, the antagonist for the entire arc, which was the Katana Devil, was also amazing, because the final battle between Chainsawman and Katana Devil was on a train, and the fight was amazing, simply amazing. One of the best fight until then, I believe, right? Until then for Chainsawman. And then we get an amazing connection for Denji and Aki, where Denji tells Aki, kick his balls, because, that's the best revenge they're gonna get. They're gonna have fun while getting a revenge for Himeno. And Aki does it. And the connection between Denji and Aki is formed. Actual bond between them is formed. So I believe that this arc deserves to be at A tier. Yeah, this is the first arc that was a full-fledged arc, which did everything Chainsawman is supposed to do properly. And yeah, I believe it's supposed to be at A. Next, let's move on to Bomb Girl arc. Oh my god, I'm not gonna even explain why I like this arc very much, but this arc, I believe, is my all-time favorite arc, not just in Chainsawman, but in recent manga. This is my, oh my god, because this introduces Denji with the concept of love and choosing who he wants to go with, right? And as I said, like in the Katana Devil arc, Denji was questioning his faith, would he cry? He was questioning his emotions, as he has a devil heart in him. So, and then Reese comes out of nowhere and becomes a very romantic figure in Denji's life, and Denji still questions himself and goes on an adventure with this girl until she does what she did. Just that, and this entire arc, oh my god, the way it was drawn from panel to panel felt like I was watching an entire movie. Like, it was the most cinematic chapter of Chainsawman. Like, I know the author really loves Western drama and movies, but this alone was the best choreographed, the best well drawn arc of the entire series. And that's why I believe the Bomb Girl arc should be S tier. And if there was something about S tier, I would put it right there. But alright, we'll put it on the S tier list for now. And boom. Yeah, that's what I believe should go for, Bomb Girl arc. I don't think we need more explaining for that, right? And the next is the International Assassins arc. Now, I remember there were a lot of theories going on when this arc came out, like what is this arc exactly going to be like, and it turned out to be it turned out to be a diamond. Like we were thinking it's going to be like a gold, it became diamond, like literally. So here we get introduced to many different assassins, namely Quancy and Santa Claus. The concept between Kwanzi and Santa Claus was simply amazing. Some of the best two female characters in the show. I really like Kwanzi. I really like Santa Claus. Oh my god. And also we got to see the background of Kishibe and Kwanzi, the backstory of them too, how they started working together. And also this was where we get the legendary panel for Chainsawman, which is visiting hell. Now, we always heard of what hell was like in Chainsawman since the beginning of Chainsawman, to be honest, right? And in the International Assassins arc, we get our questions answered. We actually see what hell is like, and oh god, is it the most iconic panel in recent manga, if not in manga of like all-time manga, right? It's simply breathtaking, if I say so myself. And with that, also we see Makima and Denji in action. We see Aki in action. We see lots of shit going on here and there. It's like too much information packed in a single chapter for like the entire duration of the arc. Simply mind-blowing. Amazing stuff there. International Assassin, one of my favorites. I'm going to place it, let's say, at low S tier but high A tier. That's where I think we should place the International Assassins arc. I think we have no objections over there. Come on, like, it's one of the best arcs. And we have 2 arcs left. Both of them were very short, well executed arcs. Let's start with the Gun Devil arc, obviously. So the Gun Devil arc was very short. It was at the ending of Chainsawman when it came out, just before the Control Devil arc, where we get introduced to the antagonist that we have been building up to since the beginning of Chainsawman, like around Enternity Devil. This arc specially belongs to Aki. If you ask me one arc relating to Aki, I would say this is Aki's arc. This is Aki Hayakawa's arc in entire Chainsawman. This is his arc. It's not the Gun Devil's arc. Instead, this should have been called Aki Hayakawa arc. I'm not even joking, because the things that we see Aki go through in this arc is like, I can't even put into words, but this shit had me, and I'm pretty sure every single person, bawling when it came out, when it was, a weekly series, because we see the beautiful, amazing conclusion between the friendship of Aki and Denji. We see Aki become what he swore to destroy, which is the Gun Devil. And, lots of emotions here and there. More than, this was supposed to be an action-packed arc, because it had to, it was Denji, the Chainsaw Man, gonna take down the Gun Devil. But instead, it became an emotion, a circus, a roller coaster. Instead of Denji versus Gun Devil, it became Denji versus Aki. And Aki died the worst way possible. I'm not gonna go more into depth with that, because it's hurting my brain. I have some PTSD with that, so the snowball fights, if you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna keep this as S tier, because this was beautiful. As beautiful as it was traumatizing. So I'll just keep it in between with the International Assassins arc, because Fujimoto isn't paying for my therapy, right? So why shall I put it on S tier? But anyways, I'll just keep it in low S and high A. Alright? So I'm pretty biased here right now if I look at the chart, because Reese is my favorite female lead, and putting her on the S, it's probably because I'm biased towards that. But anyways, the last arc. Let's talk about the last arc. The last arc is the Makima arc, if you can say, or it's the Control Devil arc. Now, in the Control Devil arc, right, we have obviously the antagonist that we all, in the inside, we all knew that she was the antagonist, but we didn't want to believe that. Why? Because she's Makima. No one wants to believe that. Like, she cannot be the antagonist. Come on. Like, we all were just lying to ourselves. But come on. Makima as an antagonist was not the best, like, compared to the greatest antagonists there are in manga, but she as an antagonist, or as a character itself, was amazing. And being the antagonist of the last arc of the first saga, which was the Public Safety Division saga, I believe, Devil Hunter saga. So being the antagonist there was amazing, because we actually see Makima reveal why she was so obsessed with the Chainsaw Devil. and we see all the hidden past of the Chainsaw Devil and what happened, how it landed on Earth. It fought the 4 horsemen of the hell, I believe, and Pochita came to Earth, and Makima just wants to be one with the Chainsaw Devil because she's a fan. Apparently we just got all this information dropped at us at a very fast pace, so with that all, I think like the finale, at least, where Denji actually eats Makima, that was a weird conclusion for a first saga, but nonetheless it was very unique, and I really like how it went out. I was really, because if you build like Makima is a fan favorite character. Until the Gun Devil arc, she was the fan favorite character of all time, and and if you're gonna reveal that Makima was evil all along at the very last end of the saga, it was very risky, and I was kind of afraid, like, how is Fujimoto gonna pull this off? He has to make it right, because if he does a single mistake, people are gonna get angry, right? Exactly. So what is he gonna do then? He didn't fail us. I said so. He did not fail us at all, because what he did with Makima was, she was okay. Basically, she was controlling Denji in the beginning, but then we got the best shot where Denji goes on a date with Kobini thanks to Makima. Well, thanks a lot, Makima. And then Denji uses his 500,000 IQ from nowhere and decides, like, oh, I'm gonna kill this person. And that shot where the panel where Denji actually slices off Makima with an actual chainsaw was so cold. If I say so myself, it is literally cold. I really love that. So I'm not gonna put this in S tier. I'll go ahead and put this in, well, it was a great conclusion, but since I'll put it in A tier. Yeah, I can debate that it can go up to like low to high S tier, but I'd say that the Control Devil arc was so short, but yet so much. I'll actually place it low S and high A. Yeah, it perfectly follows the Gun Devil arc, and the way it does things is we don't even actually, why is Gun Devil arc and Control Devil even different? They should just be one single arc, but whatever. They follow it perfectly, and I'm glad that everything went consistently at the end, and we got an announcement for part 2 of Chainsawman. So second saga is gonna be the academy or school saga for Denji, which will be very interesting to see. But the first 8 arcs for Chainsawman, simply amazing. Bad Devil deserves to be a bit up more. Come on, like, Chainsawman is such a manga that every single arc is like in the same league. Some are just a bit better, some are just a bit less, you know what I mean? So this is my personal ranking for Chainsawman. If you guys have any objections towards these, please leave a comment section below and tell me if you like these kinds of videos, because if you do like these videos, I'll probably make a more different sort of tier list. Let's say, for example, Chainsawman character tier list, and if that does well, then we go on for the next and next and next, and maybe make a tier list for the devils or hybrids or fiends or whatever you may. So anyways, this is my list. I want to see what you guys make, so let me know in the comment section. Anyways, I think enough for this video. I really like all the arcs for Chainsawman. Thank you for watching, and peace. See you all in the next video.